you're in an open relationship. What's that like?
You ever seen her
They're all
dance?
very different. No, you've never seen it. I haven't done it in years, is the thing. So I'm very curious if I started.
From a game theoretic simulation perspective, what went into that calculation?
And then you've got like open relationships, which is like, oh, you know, like you can basically hook up with other people, and then you've got like your main relationship, and that's it.
But like I can understand, like if we danced, you would be able to like what do you
Lead
call it?
you.
Like yeah, exactly, really well, because I would probably figure out like the basic steps, and I would figure out like how to do everything.
To where like we've got like long-term friends, some of them we hook up with, and that's kind of how we, yeah, it's a delicate dance that explodes every 6 months on itself.
All right, let's
Even
find
though
out.
no.
Find out.
No, we gotta find out.
Uh-oh.
No, okay.
Mel
Why did
time.
I say this?
Mel time. It's Mel time.
got the form. Okay.
I think it's mostly because a lot of people can't handle it, and they agree to something and then they realize that we're way too cool, and then they get really obsessed and they think that they can like get in there, and then it gets really dramatic.
So we're just doing salsa or just one?
Yep. Right. Yeah? Is that okay?
Like I probably have more opinions on like who he hangs out with because he likes the psychos.
Yeah, so you like to surround.
He likes the not like the crazy ones, like the baby trap sort of women.
There you go. Hey.
Right? I hope it works. Yeah. Maybe.
6, 7, 1.
I guess the only jealousy you experience is probably when you feel like if I get upset about him seeing someone too much, and then I go see someone more, and then he's like, why can't I go see my friend more, like as much as you? So like that's the sort of like thing that we're trying to navigate on, I guess.
I was getting footage for his next cuck video on me thing, so I see what's going on here.
Oh my God, he let his wife dance with another man.
He said, "In what? You want to
They
slap her
make it
next?"
sound like we was grinding or some shit. Like, yo, chill, be easy.
What is good, YouTube family? It's your boy Shot with the Black Anomaly Rising channel. Wow. This is something where I'm probably going to be trolling the whole video. Okay? Fair warning. So, you guys seen the intro. This guy calls himself Destiny. Now, I have seen this guy before. I don't know a whole lot about him, but I do know that he is a gaming live streamer and political commentary person. He also talks relationships, or at least he used to. Now, from my understanding, he's kind of got out of the more relationship and gaming stuff and kind of focused a little bit more on politics, political to speak. I don't know what the hell he's doing. It's not important anymore. But this guy basically was pretty much getting cucked by his wife. He had an open relationship, as you saw, and this actually does go along with the theme of the channel. For those who don't know, this channel is about a couple things. It's about politics, and it's about a little sprinkle of relationship stuff in there, and about, in general, going down the path of traditionalism in terms of values, right? So I support family and monogamous relationships, things like that. This guy has he had an open relationship and it failed. And the thing is, a lot of people try to act like this guy's like some sort of super genius, really smart. But here's the thing. Once you actually like either hang around a lot of people like this or become a person like this, you kind of get to the realization that these people aren't really that intelligent at all. Maybe when it comes to certain subjects, but due to inherent biases and the fact that they're still a human being, they still succumb to a lot of the same stuff that other people succumb to. And this dude basically was putting his head in the sand. Like, he was so incensed by the coochie that this guy just could not get his mind right. He's like totally obsessed with his wife to where he basically let her have whatever she wanted, including other sausage, including like some of that ram action, some of that log cabin, straight up pipe rod action. Okay, so they basically had an open marriage, and she literally had admitted to feel some sort of way when he was getting more than she was getting, which doesn't surprise me at all, because in general I think that both men and women are like that, but especially in a situation that's an open marriage, I feel like a woman wants to do that because deep down, or maybe on the surface, or both, she knows that she's going to have the advantage, because dudes always want sex. So a woman goes out to a bar, wants to have a one-night stand right then and there. Chances, I'd say, are pretty high that she's going to get what she wants. For a dude, I don't know, maybe it's not that hard, but maybe it's 50-50, right? So let's just put it that way. Maybe you got to go to more than one bar. Like if you're a woman, you go to one bar. If you're a dude, maybe you go to two. I don't know, right? I'm not really into that type of lifestyle. So I don't exactly know what the statistics will look like, but I do have common sense, and I know that dudes want them some kitty cat, okay? So to no surprise, eventually this dude's marriage failed, and she hooked up with some dude who apparently she ended up leaving him for. I'm going to show a quick clip. Take a look.
I got mega triggered by what I feel like was Melina telling me a lie 4 days ago, and I got unhinged, and I think I told her, I was like, listen, you need to be gone by the time I get back, get all your shit, leave, blah, 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 blah. I think I didn't want to sleep that night, and I didn't. I stayed up all night. I started like dumping shit in chat. Despite Mel saying things about me privately to other friends and things that I don't feel are fair, and I think she is still doing, because I still hear this. I don't think it's my place. I shouldn't be like taking private relationship stuff and like airing that publicly. There's literally no reason to do this. I should have never done this when I was typing in chat. There's no reason for me to do like a public accounting of like a private relationship between me and Mel. As much as I think she's made some deplorable decisions over the past few months, I just don't think it's very fair for me to like, I'm going to do the Mel Nefesto and just completely on her and dump everything on blah, blah, blah. Which is absolutely cucked. And I understand that. I'll tell you, and listen, if you want to blame anybody, blame my therapist, because yesterday I was very close to doing a huge, like, we're going to talk about a lot of shit. Then I had I had a really long chat with my therapist, or our therapist, I guess, to try to like sort out my feelings, what I want in the future going forward, like what I think is like the best thing to do. And I basically completely 180'd after that conversation. And I'm like, I probably shouldn't take our whole relationship and then make it public. If for no other reason, basically what I'm looking to do is shit on Mel and attack her reputation to salvage mine, which I could do, but like, I don't know. I see like, obviously she's getting a ton of negative comments in all of her social medias, which sucks. The other guy is too. I don't care about him. He can kill himself. But my goal here like shouldn't be to like, I just don't think it's appropriate to do that. And Mel has never done that to me, to be fair. She's vague tweeted before, but there is no reason for, sorry. I of all the possible paths today that I discussed with a lot of people, I basically took the most cooked route. But
So Destiny has been kind of hush-hush on the details here. And I don't know everything, but I will go over something that apparently he posted kind of expressing a bit of frustration online. I believe this is from his Discord server. I know some folks may not know what that is. It's not that important what it is, but basically it's a place where you send and receive messages. You can communicate with folks. Okay, so this is what Destiny said. I'll have a small convo when I'm back about things. I'm not going to nuke Melina or anything, but the last 2 months and 2 weeks have been a massive mind F for me, watching her become obsessed with a toxic, abusive guy. When I visited Sweden last, he gave Mel an ultimatum to divorce me and then threatened to off himself when she didn't do it, among 20 other abusive, manipulative things that he's done, and endlessly making excuses for him, so I'm out. Anyway, have fun with movies for 3 days. Good luck. See you on the 9th and 10th. Okay, not sure what he means by all of that. And he sends a couple more messages. Josh, me discovering boundaries was a death knell in the relationship. Of course, if you start off without boundaries and she's used to having things a certain way, then, oh no, you can't change later. It's too late. You are who you are. Whatever she fell for, that's what she fell for. She didn't fall for this new backbone having, giant slong having, balls to the ground dude. She fell for the cuck. Ooh. Okay, the loser who allowed her to get pounded, rotted by every dude in town, out of town. Because apparently she travels a lot, so You know she's getting piped if she's traveling a lot too. Man, them walls probably ain't no more good. Continuing, this proves every point I've ever made. Girls can leave you for a jobless, manipulative loser if they just play their cards right. Yeah, I wanted a massive therapy session to see if I could express myself better and iron out some boundaries, but it's hard for me to ask for anything if I've been a pushover for so many years. So he's admitting some of his problems. Now, I'm going to play another clip with this dude straight up coping, trying to say that the red pill was wrong and that he was right and that all the stuff they were saying doesn't matter. Play the clip.
Do you feel any outside pressure to be careful about how you present this because you're a large poster boy for polygamy? Well, technically it's polyamory, not polygamy. I don't mind being a poster boy for certain relationship styles, but people will say like, it's the comic with, the XKCD comic with the girl doing math. I think somebody actually made this post on my subreddit. I think somebody made this on my subreddit where it's like, if a guy fucks up something in math, it's like, oh, guys suck at math. But if a girl fucks up something at math, then, oh, girls suck at math, right? No matter why my relationship style or relationship ends, and I've said this before, it's always going to be blamed on it being an open relationship or whatever, which people want to, that's fine. But like, I had 4 really long-term relationships prior to this, and nobody said like, oh, that ended because it was that ended because they were closed relationships, or like when Crowder and his wife got divorced, like, oh, obviously it ended because it's a closed relationship. Like, that's dumb. So yeah, I don't know. If people want to say that like, it's because of this, that, I mean, everybody's free to make their guesses. But basically, I mean, I will say that every single thing that like Red Pillars predicted about my relationship, or every single thing that Red Pillars like said would happen, like literally the exact opposite of that happened the entire time.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Yo, I'm sorry, I don't have no respect for this dude, because he's full of crap. He is just basically coping and trying not to admit the truth. Everybody basically could see from a mile away that this dude's wife is going to leave him. And I'm telling you one simple reason why. Because what he's trying to say is the red pill told him, oh, it's going to be some chat. This is just going to be some, balls to the wall, rich, muscular, sexy dude who is just going to come along and just sweep her off her feet, right? Here are the facts about that. Technically, that could still happen. As a matter of fact, I'm sure that is probably what's going to happen. If not now, eventually, it don't matter. It's going to happen, okay? It don't matter what nobody says. It's going to happen eventually. It just so happens that in this case, he got cucked out because he allowed himself to be a pushover. He's literally admitting it. So if you're admitting that you're a pushover, essentially this dude, so he doesn't look masculine. I'm going to try to put him up on the screen somewhere so you guys can see how he looks. He doesn't look masculine at all, but I guarantee you that the way he acts is more masculine than this dude. Like, this dude literally got some other dude dancing. You got another dude dancing with your wife right in front of you. You getting cooked out like live on the camera. People calling you that. The perception, I guarantee you, in her mind is that you are a loser.
Loser.
Okay, like she just with you probably because she don't want to be by herself. And now, obviously, if you're in a situation where you keep allowing this person to build connections with other people, like when you're having sex, women connect a lot over sex, more than men. So if you allow this person to continuously build connections over and over and over again with all these different people, was to allow her to not build another connection that's stronger than what you got with her. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense. Eventually, the same thing can happen with a man, too. If a man just keeps just sleeping around, eventually, maybe he'll find somebody who he really likes. I just think it's a little easier. I think women fall in love faster and fall out of love faster. Men fall in love slower and fall out of love slower. Maybe also because of the volume of people. It's easier for women to kind of circulate people, so maybe that's part of it. I don't exactly know, right? But this dude literally set an ultimatum. He said, hey, you're going to divorce this dude. So they're getting divorced, right? But he didn't set any boundaries. This guy wasn't even in the relationship and he set boundaries. Is that not what a Chad would do? Like, he's not like the stereotypical Chad, but he got enough cojones to say, hey, leave your husband. And he made sure that she did it. And guess what? That's what happened. She started acting erratically. She started getting manipulated. Sounds like Chad behavior to me. You don't got to look the part to be the part, baby. I mean, come on. Like, that's what I'm saying. This dude is coping. Even Myron called him out, Fresh and Fit. I'm pretty sure if you're watching this channel, a lot of y'all probably maybe know who Fresh and Fit is. They do one of those red pill type podcasts. Like, I'm not really, I mean, you can see on the screen, I think you might be able to see if I don't crop it out, that I'm not even really following like any of these people like Myron, Destiny, I don't really care about none of these people like that. But I do think that this proves a point. Myron says, I respect Destiny as a fellow creator, but I saw this coming a mile away. I mean, who didn't? I've been known about this dude and his open relationship, which was never going to work. Me and Destiny debate this all the time. But this is why open relationships with women never work. It only works if the man is open, never if the woman is open. Most women can only serve one man at a time, no matter how promiscuous they might be. Now, I agree with part of this, but there's another part of it I disagree with. I disagree with it working at all, whether it's the man or the woman. I do think that if you had to do the math, then the chances of it working would be much higher. If it was the man being open, then the woman being open, I think it's like a 0% chance of success if the woman is open in a relationship. Because eventually she's going to want somebody else and she's just going to leave, point blank, period. Like, in general, men like to actually pick a wife and stay with that person and then get a little something special on the side. But women, in general, they do like safety nets, but once they find something else they like, they out of there. They gone. Okay? Like, they're not going to waste their time. Once their feelings just move from point A to point B, they're out of there. Okay? So that's where I disagree with Myron because, in general, I think the women, let's say the situation is open for the man, then the woman is going to be resentful about that, especially in modern times. So I don't think that she is going to accept it. Even if she claims that she will, she's probably going to end up cheating or she's going to do something stupid to probably sabotage or mess up or leave that relationship or whatever. That's where I think Myron's being a little bit dense here on that. So again, this is one of the reasons I don't watch Fresh Fit either, because I feel like they're low-key kind of some idiots too, if I'm being real. Okay, so this kind of is unfortunate. So I'm not happy about this dude's pain. There is a little bit of trolling here, but I noticed I haven't even laughed that much in this video because, I mean, for crying out loud, this dude is so freaking depressing to like look at. But it really does go to show you, like, if you're a dude out there, you're considering open marriages, you're in an open marriage or in any type of like polyamorous or whatever type of situation, then it's like you always got to have one eye open. First off, you shouldn't even do it to begin with, but if you do, then that's your first mistake. Second mistake is not keeping your one eye open, because I'm telling you, if you're a man and the second that girl gets any type of actual feelings for anybody else, you're toast. And you're literally open up the possibility of it happening. It's almost like if somebody's in a relationship and they want to leave that relationship and they start dating other people while they're still with another person. You could get feelings for somebody doing that. Like, why would you not? It's just like it's the same thing if you break up with somebody. You know, if you break up with them, then that means you effectively date other people and you can get feelings for other people. So if you're in a relationship, you're literally taking time away from the person who you're with and you're spending with other people, building up either sexual tension, emotional tension, or both, right? Building other separate connections is foolish to think that you're not opening up the possibility to make it easier to fail, right? So there could be all kinds of other reasons for the failure. But again, this dude is on a big, giant coping trip. And of course, he's getting dunked on all over the internet because people just called it a mile away. And of course, people want to be right. And he called out that, well, people are going to want to be right. But he's also kind of misrepresenting what the red pill is saying, as if only some sort of super duper mega giga chad could have possibly stole his girl. But like, I'm like, dude, anybody could tell you if you don't spend time with your woman, if you allow yourself to get cucked on constantly on camera, or no less, she's going out building connection with other dudes. Like the red pill talks about all of that stuff too. You don't even need the red pill. I don't give a crap about the red pill. I'm just a common sense ass dude. Any dude with common sense could tell you this. Especially, I mean, if you like, I don't know, like maybe 18, 19, 20, then maybe you don't understand some of this. But if you a little bit more experienced than that, you already know what it is out here. Okay? It's rough out here. You can't be playing no games. You got to put your foot down with the ladies and get your self-respect. That's number one for any man, is respect. Women don't respect you, you're doomed. Okay? If it's other men disrespecting you, other women disrespecting you, people on the web disrespecting you, oh, your woman noticed. And she like, oh, baby, it's okay. I still love you. I mean, probably do still love you, but if she don't respect you, you're still toast. Don't matter if she love you. It don't matter. I 100% believe a person can love you and still screw you over. Okay? It happens every day to all kinds of people. So, anyway, guys, let that be a lesson. Find you a real one. Monogamous. Okay? Both to the men watching this and the one or two females who might happen to watch this. Find you one person. Try to make it work. If it doesn't, cut that one person off and move on to another one person, one at a time, baby. Okay? Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Pray for this man, Destiny, okay? Because his logic ain't it. The math ain't mathing for him. I think he needs some help, okay? So, appreciate y'all watching Black and Emily Rising Channel. I'm out.